Hey guys, it's Sim Queen, and today I'm actually going to be finishing up all of the community lots for Willow Creek. So I've already done the museum and the library, and there was one more in there, I think. But today I'm finishing them all up, and then I'm going to be done with Willow Creek, which I'm really excited about. So here I am doing the Movers and Shakers gym, and I decided to change this because it's always been like two lots, or not really, well, it's one lot, but two different buildings on one lot. And so I kind of wanted to utilize that. I still wanted it to be a gym, and I wanted the whole place to be like sort of like a fitness facility vibe. So the left side I made like a yoga studio, and then the right side is a gym, and I like the way that it turned out. I'm really happy with it. So these little speed runners are probably going to go by really quickly, at least for the video, because it's just, I wanted to sort of compile all of these speed builds into one, and mainly the reason for that is I don't want to spend, like, I don't know, community lots, they're not my favorite thing to do, and I don't want to spend a ton of time on them. I just want to kind of like go through, renovate as quickly as I can, and move on to the residential lots as soon as I can, because that's sort of what I enjoy doing more. I am not in it for the community lots. In fact, some of them are quite grueling, and I don't know, it's not that I don't enjoy doing them, I do, it's just that it's not, I don't know, I'm never as happy with the way they turn out as I am with my residential lots. So yeah, to me it's not like the most exciting thing, but it is fun to sort of fix them up because they're really bad builds. EA has come up with some terrible community lots, and it's just fun to sort of bring them back to life and make them more usable. And yeah, I think that I like the way this one turned out. I'm very happy with it. It doesn't quite suit the traditional Willow Creek vibe, I guess you could call it, because all the lots in Willow Creek have sort of this like New Orleans vibe going on, and this one is a little bit different. I thought maybe it could be like very newly updated, so maybe it doesn't fit in with the other builds quite as much. As you can see, I mean, to me it looks like it's fairly new, so yeah, I thought maybe that these lots were just updated. So yeah, on this left side here is going to be the yoga studio. It's quite like open, and I didn't really like clutter it up or put a lot of things in here because it's kind of the point. I didn't want it to be cluttered up. And I think when I think yoga studio, I think like fresh and clean and open, and there's not a bunch of stuff on the walls, and you know, I think that this clean look is definitely the way to go. So I put in like a little desk where people could sort of like check in, and there's a lot of bamboo in here as well. Upstairs is, the build's a little weird. There's like this little foyer between the two of them, like a hallway, and that's where the stairs are. So you go upstairs, and then there's the change rooms, I guess, or the showers, and those are going to be shared between the yoga studio and the gym. So both, I don't know, if you're going to either one, they're just going to share the change rooms. And then upstairs is also like a little meditation room, and then there's also like this big open gym area. So they're not exactly cut in half. They're not totally separate from one another. I imagine that whoever owns this lot, they own obviously both businesses and sort of try to maintain both of them. So I mean, they're closely related. They're just kind of different buildings, but different themes, I guess you could say. And then upstairs, and I think on the downstairs, I did one brick wall in this gym area, just because I thought it sort of suited, like, I don't know, I thought maybe since they updated it, they kept that brick wall, and I think it looks really nice. It's kind of got this, like, I don't know, it just looks like it's very newly updated, and whoever kept that brick wall there was really thinking about, like, interior design and architecture and whatnot. Also, the colors are going kind of crazy right now. I don't know why. But yeah, it's kind of weird. Like the shading is just, the colors keep changing. It's very odd. Here I got rid of the windows because I thought it was kind of inappropriate to have windows in the showers. So I just completely got rid of them. And yeah, I'm really happy with how this area turned out. Actually, I did one big common shower area, which is not everybody's favorite, but I like the way that it turned out. There's some like lockers, and obviously I did the toilet stalls as well, and I actually like the way the change rooms turned out. I think they look kind of nice. And then over here is going to be like just a smaller sort of meditation room, and I put a few yoga mats in there, and I think before I upload this to the gallery, I think I actually changed those to the meditation stools and I got rid of those yoga mats. I'm pretty sure, because I realized I hadn't used the meditation stool yet, so I wanted to put those in there somewhere. I also put in a stereo and speakers throughout the whole thing. And that's pretty much it for the yoga side. And then here I'm just going to be adding a few more details. Upstairs I put, downstairs there's like mostly just treadmills, but you go upstairs and that's where all like the weightlifting stuff is. So I did that, and I think that it kind of turned out nicely. I like the vibe of it. I like that it's got this like newly updated feel. I feel like this place was just renovated, and so just opening its doors again for the first time, that's kind of the vibe that I was trying to go for. And I'm really happy with how it turned out, actually. And then there is like a common back, I guess it's not really considered a yard, but there is like a, I guess it's kind of a backyard, but once you go outside, there's this common deck area that is mostly shared, and I really didn't do that much out there just because I wasn't sure what to do with it. So I think there's a picnic table and some chairs and benches and a few decor items, but the backyard is not that exciting. And then here I'm just putting in all of the weightlifting machines. I was going to do a basketball hoop, but I thought it was a little obnoxious, and there wasn't quite enough space for that. I also put some TVs on these treadmills. From what I can see, the treadmills already have screens built into them, but I decided to just add my own TVs just because it's kind of realistic. When you go into a gym, usually they have TVs on the walls and some of these punching bags, and that's kind of it. I think I'm just going outside now and adding a few more details, put some yoga mats on that little balcony out there, and just building like a little common area at the back of the property, which I don't think it'll be overly used. Like there's not much to do out there, but I thought I would just do a couple of little like picnic tables and benches and whatever. Like I said, these builds are going by very quickly, and I mean, like I said, I don't want to spend a ton of time on these renovations. I want to make them look nice. I want to like enjoy it, but for the most part, my save file is mostly about creating homes and stories and townies. That's more of what I'm into. So that was it for the gym. I think I'm still going to call it Movers and Shakers. I haven't completely decided, but I like that idea. And then here is the restaurant. So it's actually the Blue Velvet nightclub, which is to me one of the ugliest lots in this in Willow Creek. It's just really bad. The inside is awful. And so I wanted to change it because I thought Newcrest was a little bit too, or not Newcrest, sorry, Willow Creek. I may have said that more than once. Willow Creek is more of a traditional place, and I didn't really think a nightclub suits it that well. So I did end up changing this to a restaurant, and I was going to call it the Blue Velvet, the Mint Velvet maybe. I can't remember what I was going to call it. I might keep it as a Blue Velvet. I'm not exactly sure. But I did end up changing the color scheme from blue and brown to white and mint. And I know I've already done this before on that Oakenstead Manor, that really big residential lot in Willow Creek. Like I think it's classified as a mansion, I would say. It had the exact same color scheme, but I really liked the way that it turned out, and I went for it again. I did the same color scheme, but I think that it turned out really nicely, and it's kind of like a family-friendly restaurant, not too fancy, but not run down either. And I just had to play around a lot with like the theme. I just couldn't decide on what I wanted to do, so I had to play around a lot. It ends up having 2 floors. I mean, it already has 2 floors, kind of has that mezzanine on top. And so I put tables downstairs and tables upstairs in the kitchen at the back. And I thought it looked really nice. I'm really happy with how this turned out as well. Restaurants are probably, for me, one of the most difficult things to build. And I don't really know why. I guess I don't have any creative, unique ideas for restaurants. So I'm afraid of just being repetitive, I guess, or boring when I do restaurants. So I definitely want to do some research into restaurants before I build my next one so it doesn't turn out too similar to this one. But yeah, we're just gonna go on into the interior now. You may have noticed that I have gone from doing daily uploads to, not even really a set schedule, but it's been a little bit sporadic. I was doing really good with doing daily uploads, but my schedule has changed a little bit. I've been working crazy hours right now. A lot of people, their jobs have slowed down, or they've been laid off, and I can't imagine how stressful that is. I am fortunate enough to be busier during this time, and because I work in a food service industry, so for me it's busier, and I've been working like 12 or 13 hour days, and I just haven't really had that much time to I've been building in my spare time, but I haven't had the time to do voiceovers or editing or anything like that. So I have a whole bunch of builds, probably like 4 more after this one. And they're stored in my computer, ready to go, but I need to find the time to do the voiceovers for them, which is always the hardest part because I live with my husband and my brother, and there's always someone home, and I cannot do voiceovers when other people are at home. So my husband just went to wash his truck, so I quickly ran in here to do this so I can at least get one more video up for this week. But for next week, I don't know what it's gonna look like. The Easter break sort of messed up with my schedule because my brother and my husband both had time off work, and I worked extra, so I really got no time at home to do some of the voiceovers and things that I needed to do. So yeah, things have just been crazy. I don't want to talk about it too much, but the virus has obviously made everyone's lives, it's affected absolutely everyone, but some people are getting crazier, some people are getting sort of more mellow and calm, and they're bored at home, and I get that. Part of me wishes I can just have that. I can experience what it's like to just be stuck at home for a little bit, because there's so much I love to do around my house. But at the same time, I'm grateful that I can still work, and not only still work, but like be really busy. And I'm definitely grateful for that, because not everyone can say that right now. So I'm hoping that things calm down pretty soon, but for me, I don't see it. I'm hoping, I'm fortunate to live in Canada where things aren't that bad here. It's not great, obviously. The world, it's like one day I woke up and the world was completely changed, and it's definitely a different way of living right now. And it's very, very crazy. But the point is, I'm lucky to be able to still go to my job every day, and my husband still goes to his job every day, so we're both in essential services, and I am fortunate for that. And I hope that you guys are all healthy and still working if you can. If not, I'm hoping that you're staying at home, because that is the best way for us to stop this spread, is to stay at home. It seems that so many people struggle with that where I live. People here don't want to stay home that much, and it's been hard to get the point across, that's for sure. But anyway, I don't want to talk about that too much because it's negative and it's not fun. But yeah, so for this build, I'm on into the bathroom now. I just did 2 stalls and some sinks. It's nothing fancy. I don't want to do gender specific bathrooms, so they are what they are. They're just gonna be shared because you don't really need more than one bathroom anyway. So for The Sims, I always just do one bathroom for both genders, or all genders, or no genders, whatever you want to call it. So now I'm just finishing the last few touches of the restaurant, putting some tables upstairs. I also had like a backyard patio area as well where your Sims can go and eat. And it's not very fancy. Like, it's only, I think I put 3 tables out there, not very many. And there's also like a little balcony off the back there, but I didn't actually do anything with that. It's just perfectly empty. I felt like the restaurant had enough tables. I didn't need to put any more. So there's like this little patio area. And since this property kind of reaches out right to the back, I didn't have to worry too much about landscaping. I did put in a few bushes, but that was pretty much it. It was fairly simple to sort of do the landscaping on these community lots. They don't require a whole lot, and the builds themselves take up pretty much most of the property, so I didn't have to worry too much about that, which was kind of nice. So after this build, we are going to be on to the park in Willow Creek, which I can't remember the name of it right now. Oh, what is the name of that park? It might just be called Willow Creek Park. I really don't remember, but the park to me is like so boring, and we've kind of gotten a lot of different activities that we can do now in newer packs that we didn't have back when Willow Creek was originally created. So I was able to add a few more fun things to that. And here I'm just going to add a sign outside as well. I played around for a long time, and finally I decided to just do it off camera and find out what I wanted to do and not have to struggle. As you can see, I go back and forth so much, but I finally decided on the final one after the video is done, so you'll see the screenshots basically. But yeah, that is the Mint Velvet is what I'm calling it for now, but I'm not a huge fan of that name, so I might change it. But here we are. Oh, Magnolia Blossom, that's what it's called, I guess. Or that's what the lot is called. I'm not sure if that's what the park is called. I don't know if there's a difference at all, but I started in these bathrooms mostly because it looked like a very daunting task. I hate this building that's on the property, but I didn't want to change it because honestly, I don't care about the park that much. I never go to parks, and I don't know, maybe it's just because there's not much to do there, so I didn't spend too much time on this building. I did lower the ceiling though and put in some new sinks and change the color of the drapes, and I also rose it up a little bit so it had 3 steps, not just one little step, and put in some fences as well and a little roof. And that's pretty much it. I didn't think it needed a ton of work, that building. It is kind of pretty, but yeah, all it is bathrooms. There's nothing exciting in there at all, so did change that a little bit. And then I wanted more of a park area for kids to play on, so I played around with that. I put a couple of food stalls as well because we have them now, so we might as well put them in parks. And then I put a whole bunch of sand around the outside, and I think I closed it off with some bushes around the edges, just sort of, I don't know, I felt like parents could like sit and watch their kids play and not worry about them running away because it's sort of closed off there, which I like. I actually like how this turned out. I'm gonna be honest, I did not spend a lot of time or effort on this build at all. I just kind of went through and, I don't know, added a few more details and some depth, and I didn't go crazy with it at all. This isn't meant to be like a huge makeover of this build at all. It's just kind of a simple little reno, and I think it looks really nice for like minimal effort. I think it looks pretty good. And I think I did end up putting a tree right where that llama bush is. I wasn't a huge fan of that, so I got rid of that. And yeah, not too much else, honestly. I kind of lined it up with some bushes and put those around. And I can't quite remember what else I did. I think I put some more trees at the back of the property. I kept the pond there because fishing is like one of the only things you can do here. So I did keep that just so your Sims can fish. And yeah, there's a few little activities to do. I think I even put like a water balloon bucket in one of the spots as well, so your Sims can have water balloon fights. And I played around with that fountain and replaced it with something else. Put a little archway as well. Like I said, not a ton of effort, but I'm really happy with how it turned out. And there's just a few more activities for your Sims to do now when they come to the park, which is nice. And even the park too, it has like the playground area has like swings and monkey bars and a slide and things that we didn't have before. So it's kind of nice to just update these things with more activities for your Sims to do. But yeah, that's pretty much it, just putting in some landscaping. And now this is it for Willow Creek. We are done that entire neighborhood, and we're on to the screenshots. So yeah, the next video will be of Oasis Springs. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.